Hey guys and girls, it's Ken here from OKportugal, and today we have a mid-week property video for you. Now I just want to say a special shout out and thank you to John and Debbie from England for commissioning us to make these videos for them. They can't make it to Portugal right now, and they are shortlisting a whole bunch of different properties that they want to look at. So we've created a whole bunch of different virtual tour videos for them, and they've allowed us to share this one with the channel, so I'm really grateful for that. Thanks guys. But before we get stuck into this video, I just want to point out that I'm not the estate agent. I don't make any commission off the sale of these properties, and that the people that have paid me to make these videos for them are the buyers. And so I'm completely unbiased. I'm pointing out all the good things, all the bad things, and anything that we spot along the way while we're touring these properties. So, you know, if you have any questions about the property, please do contact the estate agent. I'm going to put all of their details just below this video in the description box. It's also going to pop up on the screen. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Hi John, it's Ken here from OKportugal, and we are about 5 minutes away from the property that you've asked us to go and film for you. Now I just wanted to stop here for a second so that I could show you the local cafe and mercado, and it's just behind me here. There's a place where you can have tea, coffee, stuff like that, and there's also a little mini market. The mini market right now is closed. If you go into the cafe, the lady behind the bar, she'll go and open it up for you, and it's a very small space. It's probably, I would say, 1.5 meters wide by about 2.5 meters long. It has very basic sort of goods there, things like detergents and I think rice. So yeah, not a very big, well-stocked shop, but about 10 minutes away there's a much bigger town called Avelar, and that's got all amenities, things like shops, restaurants, supermarkets, and even a hospital. And from this area, there is also 4 river beaches. So the closest one is 10 minutes away, and the furthest one is half an hour away. There's also loads of restaurants all over the place. You know, between here and Avelar, I think I counted about 15 different restaurants, and that was on Google Maps. So there's quite a lot of stuff. As far as opening hours are concerned, I've been told that even during the COVID lockdowns, this mercado was open. So by law, all of these shops are still open even during the lockdowns. Which means that you will be able to get your basic essentials. And yeah, you've just seen now 1 car drive past. In fact, you've just seen 2 cars drive past, and that's actually amazing because the whole time that we've been here, there's been absolutely no traffic. So I'm just going to go for a little stroll to this area here, and there is like a little cisterna here. It's like a little water tank, and there's a little park here for the kids, and we got some beautiful views of the forests and the mountains. I'll just stop over here for a bit just so you can take it all in. But yeah, far stretching views. It's a pretty place. Now I know I said a 5-minute walk to the house, but actually it's more like a 2-minute walk. And as we go around this corner here, we start to see the house. This house belongs to a neighbor, and the property that you're interested in is starting on this side. So it's a semi-detached 3-bedroom house. This is what it's attached to. There's no one living here, but it seems to be in a very good state of repair. I think it's possibly used as a holiday home or something like that. It's definitely not a ruin, it's definitely not falling down. It's in pretty good condition. And this now here, all the way down, this is the property. So 3 bedrooms, 2 floors, 470 square meters of land out the back. And you can see from the outside here, it's in very good condition. Got shutters, double glazing on all the windows. The outside needs a lick of paint, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. There's a little bit of a crack, but that's superficial. And it seems to be in pretty good condition. Got gutters going along the front here. Yeah, all in all, very nice. Now this is your front door. It seems to be wider than a normal front door, but it's not particularly high. So let me just give you a thing here so you can see how tall my head is. I am 5'9", so yeah, Not a particularly high doorway, but it's not actually a problem because the road is a little bit lower. So as you step in, not too much of an issue unless you're very tall. So from the front door, you go into what's basically a living room, and we've got space for putting sofas. Let's just go around this side. You can see that we have a nice double glazed door, or sorry, not double glazed, but an insulated front door. It's made out of aluminium. And let's just have a closer look at these windows. These windows too are made out of aluminium. They're very nice new units. They're pretty spotless. They're very clean. I think they were probably put in quite recently. And then we've got shutters, also quite new. Double glazing. Very thick walls. If you look here, so very thick walls. Yeah, okay. So now we're in the corner of the living room. Quite a bit of space. I think you could get quite a few sofas and things in here. We've got a staircase that goes to the upstairs bedrooms, and I think we should do those first. It's a very nice staircase. It's like a terracotta finish type tiles. I'm not sure if they are real terracotta. I think they're just painted. A lot of light coming in through there, and another window up top. Okay, so we've got a little landing and we've got 3 bedrooms. I'm going to start with this one over here. Now this one is the smallest of the 3. I would say it's probably 2.5 meters by 3 meters, maybe 3 meters by 3 meters. And again, it's got one of these nice windows on it. Let's have a look at the views going out. So this is a view now to where we've parked outside the house. And yeah, a very fresh breeze coming through. So in this bedroom we've got 3 electrical points. We've got one there, if you were to put yourself a 3/4 bed there. I would say in all honesty a double bed would fit in this room well. If you start going bigger than that, you're going to run out of space. And actually there's another 2 sockets. So there's one over there and one on this side. It's in very good condition. I mean, if you look at the quality of the varnish and everything and the floors, and it looks really good. Okay, so this is a much bigger bedroom, and look at that. We've got 2 beautiful windows, much more space. So let's have a look out these windows. Now, this is a semi-detached. So this building over here that we're looking at, this is the neighboring building. And obviously this bedroom over here is our side of the building. But when you look out of this window, we're looking into the neighbor's garden here. So this part down here does not belong to you. The part that does belong to you is from there onwards across. It'll make much more sense when we go downstairs and look at it from the garden. In terms of electrical sockets, we've got 2 on the wall just over here. And then we have another bedroom. And this is where it starts to get interesting because we've got a bit of a, okay, this is the interesting part, is we've got some weird, I don't know, I think they call it pebble dashing or something. It's basically concrete that's been sprayed onto the ceiling, and it gives you a very rough finish. So, I'm not too much of a fan of that, to be honest, but I guess it is what it is. Very nice window. This one doesn't have the closing shutters. This one has a roller shutter. So this is how this shutter works. But all in very good condition. Now, I do want to point out that on this wall over here, we're starting to see some damp coming through. I believe this is an exterior wall of the house, so I think waters might be coming in through the roof section or through the side of the wall, but you can see that there is quite a bit of water coming through here. And obviously there's this very strange ceiling texture. I don't know if maybe that's been done to conceal the water or to conceal some kind of damp membrane they've put in or something like that. But yeah, we have electrical sockets, a TV socket, more electrical sockets on this side, and some built-in wardrobes. Oh, we have some dolls in the cupboard. Okay. Right, and then on this side, oh wait, again we have this pebble dashing on the ceiling. It's not like that on this side of the building. It's only got this texture in these rooms. So the bathroom, this landing, and this room. And here's the bathroom. It's got a built-in unit here. We have a bidet, a toilet, and we have a small bathtub. This is a very small bathtub. I would say it's 3 foot, 4 foot. I don't know, it's very small. But it will work well as a shower. There is a little attachment. You can attach the shower onto that. It's quite bright. It's quite bright and airy in here. Let's open up this window. We get those views again where you can see the car. And it's a lovely 3 breeze. There's an electrical socket in here for running things like hair dryers and stuff, and some built-in storage, some built-in cupboards, and yeah, nice, good quality taps and fixtures and things. Great, so let's head on downstairs and we're going to do the rest of the building. Now, before we do that, I forgot to show you something outside. So let's just go and do that quickly. So we're outside, and this area belongs to the property. So this whole square section here, and also up on that section there, it all belongs to the property. So you can use that as a car park. You could potentially put your caravan here, because you said that you had a caravan and you were wondering where you could put it. And also this little section here, which has been gated off, this also belongs to the property. So you've got another nice little section here, a nice little terrace section, and it's got some beautiful views across here. We'll get to those in a moment. Also from out here we can see that's that exterior wall. So I don't know if that's where water's coming in or what the issue is, but in that one bedroom we could see a little bit of damp. So that's that exterior wall section. Now, I'm not going to confuse things. We're going to go back in there so we can travel through the rest of the house and you can see how all of this fits in. Let's just go back there for a sec. Hello, Gina.
Hello.
Okay, so this is the living room that I was telling you about in the beginning, and Gina's modelling the sofa for us.
I really like this house. It's a lovely little,
Yeah.
a lovely little house.
It's got a nice cool breeze coming through it as well, because it's a very hot day today. 35 degrees, but it feels nice and airy and cool in here. So when you go through this door, it takes you through to the kitchen. And I've turned the lights off in the kitchen because they are fluorescent and they're very flickery. And I didn't want flickery lights for our tour. So excuse me if it is a little bit dark, but this is a real wood kitchen, so solid wood. I'm not sure exactly what type of wood it is. I think the agent said it was mahogany. It's in very good condition. It's got granite tops and, you know, it's in really good condition. It's actually quite a beautiful kitchen. And we've got some electrical sockets. So there's lots of plugs all over the place. We also have a space here to put your gas oven. So it will be a gas oven that goes here, but I suppose you could have a gas hob and then you could plug the electric part of the oven into something like that. Over here we have an extractor fan and yeah, double sink. It's a nice kitchen. Really big windows, look at these. Unfortunately they're open into this, but yeah, nice big windows, lots of light. I'm sure you could get another fitting that was a bit lower or something like that. And then on the other side we have a huge fireplace and a nice little bench sofa. I love these fireplaces, look at that. And you can see it's very well used and definitely enough space to put like a nice cast iron pot in there or something and have a stew or a soup or something bubbling away on a cold winter's day. Okay, and then we head on through here to, this is like the garage. So on this side they've got some built-in cupboards and units and things. And if we stand on this corner, you can see the garage doors, so you can open those up. At the moment they've only opened up 2 of the doors. They can open up even further to create a bigger space. So potentially you could turn the caravan around. I'm not sure about the height of your caravan, but potentially you could get something like that in here. I'm sure you could get a car in here, but I'm not sure what type of caravan you said you had. So the hot water for this place is supplied by this gas boiler over here, and that does all of the hot water. This other pipe that you see comes from the extractor in the kitchen. So all the extraction smoke is going to be blown into this area. The vent for this boiler is blown into this area. So this is like a garage type area. And just up above we have like a mezzanine. Let's go and have a look at that. There's a wooden staircase here, and that takes us across to this mezzanine. Oh, okay, so this is the only place where I'm able to actually see the interior of the roof. I presume that it does the exact same thing through the house. The condition of the roof of the inside of the house, I didn't see any signs of moisture or leaking or anything like that. And you can see it's a very well maintained house, and you can see this roof is very well maintained. So, I wasn't able to get into the attic on the main house, but we can see here that we have concrete beams. It looks like it's in very good condition. And we've got a lovely storage space up here, a little window. Let me climb all the way up and see what the ceiling height is like. Okay. So this is me, 5'9", standing, it's not tall enough to stand under, but it's still going to be a good, useful storage space. And from up here you have some nice air and breeze and views and things like that. It's a big area. Okay, let me get down these stairs and we'll go into the rest. So all in all, a nice space. I think you could definitely get one car in here. I don't think you could get two, but you'd have lots of room around the car. Lots of storage space. And then we have another little storage space on this side. So you can see they've got tons of wood in here. And this will be your winter wood supply. And actually, considering there's no lights or anything in here, it's a very light room because they've got these nice glass bricks and they illuminate the area very well. So tons of wood packed all the way up to the ceiling. A mixture of pine and eucalyptus by the looks of it. Little worktop. Quite a nice little space. And this is a door going outside to the road, to where the car's parked and everything. So it does have access. Again, these doorways are quite short. So I would say this one is about 5'5" high. Now these external doors, this one over here is an aluminium door that's single glazed. And this over here is a steel door. It's got some single glazing on it. And this door over here that leads now into the garden area is also a steel door that's got single glazing. So these haven't been insulated. We've got some fly screening here. Now outside I can see a few flies flying around. But inside this area, I'm not actually seeing any, so it's quite effective. More effective than the ones we have on our farm. Okay, so we start in this area. It's been all tiled. We've got a double sink and storage for the gas bottles. I'm guessing these are the ones that feed the gas boiler there that supplies the water to the house. So you have a little preparation area. And over here you have a barbecue area. So you can basically cook some things. You've got the taps and everything to wash up, get some water. You can prepare food over here. A very nice little space. And then that goes into this area, which is another bathroom. But it also has like a little laundry area. So you could put a washing machine, tumble dryer in here. And now you have another bathroom. So we have a toilet, we have a bidet, we have a shower, and we have a kitchen sink, and we have a bathroom sink. So nice and functional. 2 bathrooms, and this is a nice outdoor one for when you're all muddy from working in the garden. So all in all, a very nice outdoor space here. You know, you could put some patio tables over here. You can have yourself a braai or a barbecue, depending on where you're from. And this overhang here gives you good shade. And then you look out over these views. So you've got these beautiful mountain views, and we're looking at eucalyptus, a lot of eucalyptus and pine. So one of the things you wanted me to point out was the cables going over the property. So starting from there, there's cables, and they go right over the roof of the property. But those are telephone cables, so there's got no current in whatsoever. They're not an issue. To be honest, unless you're looking at them, I don't really find them that noticeable. But yeah, so this property will have a phone line, but it also does have 4G access. So instead of using phone for your internet, you could actually use a 4G SIM card. And we checked, the estate agent is on Vodafone. He gets, he's got 4 bars, or sorry, he's got all 5 bars of 4G. I get 1 bar of 4G, but I'm on Mio. So yeah, that is something, you know, worth pointing out. You don't necessarily have to go with the ADSL that they would have on here. You could also use 4G. So on this side over here, we have some kind of an outside building for possibly chickens or something like that. I'm not sure, I haven't actually been in here, but it looks like they're using it as storage. Now you could use this as some kind of a chicken coop or a chicken run or something like that. Very low ceiling, it's got a fibre cement ceiling which has got an asbestos content. But as long as it's not broken, you know, as long as you don't break it, well, there's a little bit of broken stuff there. But it would be very easy to replace this if need be. And okay, so now we've got a little path going down here that takes us into the rest of the garden. The garden stretches down and around, and then we have a little space here. I think what we'll do is we'll walk around this side. It'll give you a much better perspective. So this over here is some kind of a citrus tree. I'm not sure what these are. I would say that these are probably like navel oranges. As you can see, there's quite a few of them on the tree already. It's a really big tree. And over here we have a driveway where you could pull a car in. Now I would think it would have to be a very small car because it's on a big slope. And I suppose you could get a regular car in here. If you were trying to get a big 4x4 or something like that, you would start to hit the bush. Could you get your caravan in here? If it's one of those mini caravans, possibly yes, but it would be on a tilt. I don't think this would be a good space for a caravan. Another thing also to bear in mind is once you open up these gates, you've got this road, and the road is quite narrow. I think you're going to struggle to, you know, you could drive in a straight line with your car and your caravan, but as soon as you want to turn the corner there, I think you're going to run into some problems. But potentially if your caravan's got one of those systems where you can unhitch it and it's got a motorized sort of lift on it so that you could walk it down the road a little bit, that could be one way of doing it, and then parking it in the space where we have the golf here. So I don't know. I don't want to tell you that you can get your caravan in here. I don't know how big it is, and I don't know what your turning circle's like. But yeah, nice gates. They could do with a little bit of a paint, but other than that, they're not in any bad condition or anything like that. Hello, Gina.
Hello, this road goes all the way round back onto the...
Yes.
So you don't have to turn round.
Perfect, okay.
You just have a whole
Yeah.
ring road.
So Gina's saying that there's like a ring road circuit that you could go around. The only issue with that is, as we get to the end of the road here, there's quite a sharp right. So with a caravan, that could be a problem. Okay, now we look back. Look at all these flowers and plants and everything. Really nice. It's been recently trimmed, so it's looking pretty good. We've got tons of citrus. So we've got one over here, one over there. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From where I am now, I can see 7 citrus trees. Directly in front, this is a black walnut. So let's trace the perimeter of the property. I'll go around here. So from this fenced off area, there's a wall, and it's got hedgerow the whole way around. There's more citrus here. I think these are probably clementines or something like that. Small navel oranges. Another citrus. We've got all sorts of stuff. I think there's some rose and stuff growing in here. And then we have a giant fig tree. Can I see any figs? Yes, I can see a bunch of figs on there. This has all been cut back on this wall. The wall from the garden side is quite low. There appears to be like a little gate here. So from this side, let's say if you had a dog or something, you would probably want to raise this a bit. From the road side, it's obviously very, very high to get up here. Some more citrus trees on the side, and in front of us over here. And now we have some concrete pillars, but look like they were like washing lines or something. So I think that's where you can hang your washing up. Let's have a look at this black walnut. So you can see these are called black walnuts, and I think these should be ripe soon. There's a lot of lichen growing on the tree. Now this lichen is a very good indicator of air quality. So if there's lots of pollution and lots of nitrogen in the air and lots of, if the air is bad quality, this stuff will not grow. And you've got different types of it growing here. So the air here is very fresh. And I can actually smell that. I can smell it's very fresh and clean here. Over here we've got some passion fruit. So that's all hanging there. They call them passion fruit or granadilla in South Africa. Now this building over here is uninhabited. It's actually owned by the estate agent, and they've owned it for a while, and he said that he would potentially be willing to sell that as well if you were interested in, I don't know, buying another property next door and doing something with it like an Airbnb or something. So do send the estate agent a message if that's something that you'd be interested in. Oh, look at this. Plums, and just a huge amount of them. Amazing. If you bought this place, you would have tons of fruit. And these over here look like apricots. And there's lots and lots of wasps and bees on them. So I think what I'm going to do is just do a little wide berth around it. But essentially, if we go back in this direction, the house is over there. The fence line goes around there, around here, up into the corner where the fig tree is, back up around itself to where you can park a car, and we are back at the building again. So this garden does have a lot of trees already, and they're all mature trees. It doesn't really give you that much space for planting vegetables, and there also is a bit of a slope, a bit of an inclination. So you would have to clear a little section, probably on this side or something like that, where you could start growing some of your own veg. The rear of the property, we're looking towards the rear of the property, that is south. And so we've got really good solar exposure. We've got the sun rising on this side, setting on this side, and you constantly have sun going over the property. So really good for growing stuff. We're at the end of the tour, and I just wanted to give you my thoughts. Now this place is up for 85,000 asking price on the website, and that is a lot of money. But we need to bear in mind as well that in Portugal over the last 12 months or so, prices have started to go up drastically. Lots and lots of people are buying up properties here. I think people want to get out of the cities, and they want to move somewhere where they can keep chickens, grow vegetables, and live a much more sustainable and cheaper life. Now this property offers a lot. It's got 3 bedrooms, like the house itself is in really good condition. It's been really well looked after. You can move straight in, and in terms of like flaws and things that you could say are wrong with it, I would say there's a little bit of funny artexing or pebble dashing on 3 of the ceilings in the house. I don't think that's too difficult to repair that. I don't think you're going to be able to get your caravan in here. That's another issue. That's something that you will have to check. I know that that was a big thing for you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope that this has helped you get closer to realizing your dream of buying a property here. And if you have any questions, please do send them to me. And also, if you have another property that you want us to view, no problem. Let me know and we'll set it up. Anyway, all the best. Speak to you soon. Thank you, John. Ciao. We're on our way back home now, and I was just going through my notes, and there were a couple of things that I missed out when I was on the tour that you asked me to add in, and that was regarding the chicken house and whether or not it was suitable for keeping chickens, in my opinion. To be honest, yeah, there's definitely enough space. The only thing I would say about it is that, obviously at the moment they're storing a whole bunch of pine cones and wood and stuff in there. It'd probably take you about an hour or so to get it into shape to keep chickens. There is that fiber cement roof, and obviously fiber cement does have an asbestos content, But you know, for animals, especially animals that don't live very long like chickens, I don't see it being too much of a problem. And then the other thing that you wanted me to sort of touch on was whether or not you think you could ride e-bikes around the area. And I definitely think you could. I think it would be a beautiful place to ride e-bikes. You know, the thing about e-bikes is they basically assist you the whole way. So even when you're going up a steep hill, as long as you have the e-bike set into like a turbo mode, it's really no sweat whatsoever. So yeah, I think this whole area would be stunning to ride around on those e-bikes. I hope we've covered all of the points. I'm just going through this list. It looks like we've got everything. And yeah, thank you very much for commissioning us to shoot this video. We did enjoy the trip. It's been a really good day. And both me and Gina think it's a good spot. We definitely think it's a nice house. So anyway, good luck with your search, and I'm sure we'll speak to you soon in the emails. Cheers, John.